the OCC Road House. This is La Maria, and we're supposed to be banned from WWN Proving Ground tonight. But we got to buy in because we bought tickets to come see this amazing show with great matches such as Zachyras versus Jules Bradley, and both of those guys suck eggs. So I'm really looking forward to being here tonight, seeing all our pals at Proving Ground, right guys?
Absolutely.
They couldn't even give us a camera guy.
Coming to you from the OCC Road House in Clearwater, Florida. And tonight, WWN presents WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. We got an awesome crowd. It's going to be a hot night of action. As always, I'll be calling the event, but we got a little something special here tonight. My man from our bigger premium live events, my tag team partner, the one, the only, the hardcore giant, Brownie.
Thanks, Trevin. Lucky for me, they widened the work release deal, so I'm able to make it to Clearwater every now and then. OCC tonight, Monday night, you're going to get two championship matches. You're going to have the Florida Heritage Championship on the line as the champion. Frick will defend his title here tonight against Jake St. Patrick. And we have the Multimedia Champion defending his title here tonight. The 8th Deadly Sin, Sideshow, defends his title against Brian Atomic with Tiny and Ollie. That is? What else we got?
No, Ron, it gets bigger. We've got WWE ID matches 2 happening right here tonight. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, not only broadcasting live on Club WWN on YouTube, these WWE ID matches, they appear on the WWID X, so you're going to be a part of history. We've got ladies in action, we've got talent you know and love, but we've got a little order of business. And I would like to, at this time, introduce our WWN Commissioner, Mr. Rick Dames. Rick, I believe there's an incident that went down last week with a certain young group of delinquents that you'd like to speak about, sir. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Trevin. Folks, if you were here last week, in one certain particular match that took place, we had the faction of Lemuria taking upon themselves to hand Uni and Brute Ray Elliott chairs all over their body after the match was complete. And then they decided to take it upon themselves after the referees came in to clear the ring and wore their opponents out with chairs. They were told to immediately leave the ring. They didn't leave the ring. Disrespect of authority and the referees here. I come into the match here to gain control, and one person in particular, TJ Brady.
That's me, I'm Brady.
What are you doing here?
I'm here.
You were banned from here, son. You're suspended.
No, we're not
That's what you are. You're suspended. There's the goof-off right there. If you want to know who it is, that's him right there. He has no respect for authority, no respect for my referees. That isn't the first time that it happened. It's been happening, Brady. And the faction that you may have tickets. I can't do anything about that.
Look at it. Look at it. We got
What I'm going to tell you right now is if you come across that barrier, you in particular are going to deal with me.
Oh, you and me? You're
Yeah,
gonna put
I promise you that, pal. And while we're at it, I take pride in my referees here.
I don't.
And I'm putting, again, reiterating the fact that if anybody in that locker room lays one hand on my referees, you will be fined, suspended, or both.
Half these guys can't pay for those fines, dude, so I don't think they're going to be touching them. I'll touch them. I was the ref, remember? You loved me.
That's my order of business right here. TJ Brady, the faction of Lemuria, you are on notice, pals. Do not come across cross that barrier.
You can't do nothing. Don't waste your breath getting out of the ring, pal. Well, here we go. He's gonna fall. Watch.
Yeah, you heard it there, folks.
Look out, Rick. There's stairs there. Don't fall.
Smart ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys ready for the show?
So they have a ticket. I guess they can just do whatever the hell they want. The crowd disruption. We haven't even got started here yet.
Interrupting the broadcast. Lemeria. Talk a little more about that again later on in the broadcast. Let's get it to Michael James. Get this action started.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening round is set for one fall. One fall! 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Look, they got a new ref because I got fired. Oh, I like that guy. I like him so much. I don't know who this is.
Oh, it's showtime, baby!
He hails from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 190 pounds. Nic Swift.
What an attitude on this kid. Confidence. Personified. Monday in Clearwater. Here we are, Trevin, back at the OCC. Always the place to be.
Don't get the gun stuck on your hands. I'm lost. Nic Swift killed.
He hails from St. Petersburg, Florida, weighing in at 180 pounds. The Society Changer, Samuel C.
And welcome back, Samuel C. to WWN Proving Ground. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, this is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, joined by the hardcore giant Ron Niemi. This is WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem, coming to you live from the OCC Road House in Clearwater, Florida. We've kicked things off with chaos already to begin, Ron Niemi. You have Lemeria, bought tickets, don't like where I see them in the crowd, Ron.
Yeah, and I don't like the disrespect shown to my old friend, Florida wrestling legend, the gentleman Rick Thames. And I don't just throw around the term legend, by the way. This guy did it at the highest level, and a lot of us grew up being able to watch him on TV, both WWF and WCW, but regionally, especially in Florida, he's been getting it done for a long time, and his father before him, second-generation wrestler. Now we have him as the commish here in WWN. But to show him that type of disrespect is really unacceptable as far as I'm concerned.
And listen to Nic Swift jaw-jacking here with the WWN faithful. Samuel C. Been a hot minute since we've seen him in a WWN ring, and we'd like to welcome Ref Reach coming to us from Australia. Doing some officiating here tonight, and you're seeing the speed of Swift living up to the name, if you will. 5 years in the sport, trained by a variety of folks. Everybody from Frank Reyes, Chris Silvio, Matt Seidel, Ricky Santana.
Even Pitbull 1, he trained under Gary Wolf.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's the guy's just like a wrestling sponge.
I would have led with that headline. I'm sorry to interrupt. The young man didn't even give me that note. But you're right, and you're seeing it right here with the well-applied, getting behind now from Samuel C. Some good fundamentals here from Swift. Sam trying to create separation. It does toss over Swift. Ron, excited to have you here at Monday Night Mayhem. Your first chance getting to call Monday Night Mayhem with me, our usual broadcast colleague, Casey Vi, on assignment. But a pop-up and a hurricanrana by Samuel C.
A shot out of a cannon, throwing it into the high gear. Right away, both of these young men, their cardiovascular conditioning. Hold on, quick cover, poke of the leg. Is that it already?
Very smart by Sam, wasted no time. Sam, 9 years in our sport. We've known Sam for a very long time, like I said. He's had everybody from Francisco Chiazzo to Tugboat, you know, Fred Ottman, Chris Silvio, it's Mike Mondo. I mean, you know, we've seen Sam, learning from the best as well.
But doesn't it make you feel old? Because Sam's always going to be one of those new young guys to me.
I know, and he's almost at a decade and hung over the top rope.
Yeah, there's a group of those guys, Sam, Snoop, Boy, Hollywood Hunter lost so many talent that have come through WWN, but that's always the new hold on a second choking blatantly, but he does have a 5 count, Trevin. That's in Australia they have 5 to break it too.
I think they count it backwards there. It's kind of like how the toilets go the opposite direction.
Interesting.
That could be true. Ooh, what an elbow to the back of the head of Samuel C. Nic Swift definitely got a lot of attitude. And is that going to be enough? Not at all.
What a lineup here. Again, this is a Monday night. People are able to come in here. Free general admission. Kids get to eat free. If you're buying that entree, they get a meal. It's just, I mean, $10 for the front row reserve seats. Come on.
Oh, it's ridiculous. The best value in professional wrestling is Sam does get to the ropes, but still extra damage from Nic Swift. And the fact that we're streaming live here on Club WWN as well as YouTube, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, special thanks to WWID on Twitter, plugging the simulcast on YouTube. How cool, though. Seen from WWE Vault earlier, posting a bunch of old stuff from Walter during his days in Evolve. Oof. That's the level these two competitors plan on taking it. Beautiful snap there and a brutal kick.
And you're seeing the hunger right there from Swift, and what a knee!
Nice.
Nearly a shining wizard if it wasn't. Couldn't quite tell from this angle, but could be a knockout blow, Ron.
Bullseye.
Oh, idle press.
Come on now, he knows better. You got to hook the legs, especially when you're in there with the likes of Samuel C. This is a talent that you don't waste an opportunity. You can pick up the victory, but adding more punishment.
Swift is definitely both effective, but he's looking to add the extra pizzazz. He is literally a member of the Screen Actors Guild. He's got a brown belt in karate, 3-sport high school athlete, Division II football player. Kid's done it all, but of course, how does that translate to the ring as you're seeing the heart of Samuel C. as Sam comes back to life?
And what's made even more impressive by how incredible of an athlete and a man Samuel C. is, a lot of people don't realize this, but his depth and competing at an elite level. His impairment has never stopped him from chasing his dreams, and right now, in firm control of the match.
And is that going to be enough there? No! That was beautiful. Sam dumping down Nic Swift. And don't forget, Sam C. wants our ECW Cruiserweight Champion 2 times, by the way. No stranger to gold. Fully able to compete against people in the same weight class. And Sam's setting something up, Ron.
Block. Countered. Beautiful kick right to the midsection.
Swift!
Swift's calling it, going for it. And if this hits, it does.
Stick a fork in him, Trevin. He's done.
Here is your winner, Nic Swift.
Swift calls that the showstopper. And man, no question, the show was stopped right there for Samuel C. As much, Ron, as it was good to see Samuel C. back in the WWN ring, not his night, and Swift building that momentum, and that's what matters.
But that's the competitive level, the talent. The bar just keeps getting raised higher and higher. This is the opening match on a Monday night at the OCC Road House in Clearwater. So much talent under the huge WWN banner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. He is from Richport, weighing in at 201 pounds. It's all business in the straight of their heart. The tooth of the double wide. He is the main event boy, Jules.
Ron, I mean this in the most respectful way. I did live the 80s, but I was a wee lad. Tell me this guy doesn't look like he was plucked out of a certain trailer park in the 80s.
Look at this guy taking the mullet, the Joe Dirt look to a new level here.
Well, that was the 90s when they were trying to force it back in the late 90s, but legit. I'm pretty sure, okay, so I grew up in a trailer park, and I'm pretty sure I grew up with guys like Jules. but I was just too young to get know any better, you know?
But you gotta love, again, the confidence and swag shown by this individual. No fear whatsoever.
No, Jules definitely can deliver. We're having a little bit of fun here during the entrance. We'll talk after his opponent gets in the ring about some of the background of this matchup. Should be a great one, Ron.
Y'all touched the double times. That man lives in a trailer. I like this guy there. I don't. I like this guy. You guys can like him. I don't like any.
Here from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing at 250 pounds, the Superlicious
Zachyras making his way to the ring here and definitely coming in with a little bit of swag, defeating Richport Ayala just 1 week ago. Of course, bending a few rules to get where he got. But at the end of the day, go back to the Young Guns Invitational and the fact that Jules eliminated Zachyras. And then, of course, just a few weeks ago, we had that four-way match, and it happened to involve these two individuals, and wouldn't you know, it was Jules pinned by Zachyras. So I think both guys have a little bit of a chip on the shoulder when it comes to both that history and really how we got where we are today.
But when you're explaining situations like this, and there's so many personalities involved, it tells a story again of just how deep the talent pool is here in WWN. And to pick up a victory, again, you just mentioned that Zachyras picked up a win over Richport Ayala, who I consider one of the hottest wrestlers in Florida of 2024. So to pick up a victory over that man is a huge feather in the cap of Zachyras.
Little jaw jacking going on here as well. And, you know, again, as I mentioned, when it comes to just a few weeks ago on this very event, it was Xander Maddox, Brian Atomic, who we'll see later on tonight, challenging for the WWN Multimedia Championship, Jules Bradley, Zachyras, and of course the chaos of a fatal four-way. But again, as stated, it ended up coming down to Jules being pinned. You go back to, again, the Young Guns Invitational. A lot of men wanted to win, but here's Jules showing what he can do, and Zachyras showing a great counter, Ron.
Good luck bridging out of that situation. Trident, as far as I'm, hold on a second, trying to steal a victory, but there was no way anybody is going to bridge their way out of that. Zachyras, that's a big competitor right there, Trevin.
Well, and on top of that, too, Jake Taylor was right where he needed to be. But I always say this, Ron, and I mean it, you cannot judge Zachyras by the book cover, so to speak. And Jules is the same. You see the toughness, got chopped to the ground, got back up, and is again throwing them back at Zachyras.
Jules spent his Saturday nights at the local VFW with his Auntie Betty as she drank Pabst Blue Ribbons one after the other. She'd give him a quarter to go get some hot cashews and a Coke. Tell him to report back in about a half hour.
Well, you know a lot.
Well, I talked to him earlier, and I felt I really got to know him.
That's interesting. Oh, they're grabbing the arm, catching what could have went bad, and here comes. We've seen this before. So impressive into the blockbuster. And is that going to be it? Oh, a hair away.
Jules is one of those guys that's just going to surprise you. The last thing I expected to see was see him doing a tightrope walk. Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
all of that throat just...
Uh-oh. Choose an area code.
Let's go with 727 since we're in Clearwater. That'll work.
Hey, why not? It was that funky cold Medina, as he calls it, was that blockbuster, but now countered into a power slam. Could be it. How did Jules just kick out, Ron?
I don't know. Nearly driven right through the mat, smack dab in the middle of that WWN logo. Iris so deceptively quick, like a cat's.
And very smartly using exactly what Zachyras needed to use. All the momentum against Jules Bradley. And now you've got the patriarch, should I say, of the trailer park. Well, in a lot of trouble as Superlicious going to town.
And this has been a hell of a match, and I knew it when I saw it on paper. I told you earlier how much I was looking forward, because really has a twin flip type feel to it, right? and knowing all the eyes, the talent tonight, they know all the eyes are on them. This is an opportunity to step out, to shine.
And the struggle here, Jules doing everything he can to stop Zachyras. Mission critical, because things could go bad.
Yeah, I think he's out of gas, though, Trevin.
Oh my God! Oh my gosh! Did you see the hellacious landing of Jules Bradley? Let me do this again. Power bomb, or should I say power slam, head first into the apron, landing hellaciously. And our official Jay Taylor is saying somehow Jules is still walking.
If you could put yourself on mute and get with our legal team, are we part of accessory to murder by being in this building? My God.
What are you gonna do?
Not that I was tired, but that woke me up.
Tenacity of Jules Bradley, still even remotely in this thing, as Lamaria cheers on or glears on, I'm not even sure.
Just that puss at TJ Brady. You wanna pop him one, don't you?
Well, how about Damian Gemini and the way he stabbed his father in the back? And of course, Giovanni Flores, Mexican Mayhem. They're all smug little bastards, excuse my language.
Did he just slam his... Oh, thank God, the entire turf and surf was already gone. Figuring that's just terrible abuse of food.
Oh, no. Head first again. Jules Bradley is in a lot of trouble. I still can't get over the power slam head first into the apron and the hellacious landing.
Yeah, that was what they call nasty.
And what about the fact that Zachyras was able to catch Jules Bradley and deliver that maneuver? And how about the fact that Jules is doing anything right now? Pop up, no. Counter to the Hurricanrana.
Didn't see this coming. Where did he find it? Digging down deep.
Jules has something in mind, looking for the lion salt, but unfortunately getting out of the way is Zachyras. And those two knees, concussive force could be it.
Grabs the rope. Are you kidding me? Zachyras is, I mean, almost at that, I was going to say he wants us possibly thinking of showing some mercy. What was I thinking? He's trying to choke the life out of him.
Choking the life. And what I was about to say was, did Jules mean to grab the rope, or was it a convulsion of his body after being delivered to the mat?
I think it's just muscle memory. No, I don't think he's even aware of where he's at, and the referee's checking, using those ropes. Zachyras, and I know he's got a 5-count, Trevin. I know he does.
I'm a big fan of what Zachyras has become physically. I'm not a big fan of the mentality of Zachyras right now.
Yeah, he snapped. I mean, he really had the advantage, and now just giving time to his opponent, who's, quite frankly, has just taken such a beating, still being in this match. You gotta, he's a danger.
Oh, no question.
You gotta try to finish when you have the opportunity.
And there comes Jules, caught. Crossbody, unfortunately, was caught. And I think it's gonna go from bad to worse. Oof. Brutality.
Both men stunned. No idea where they're at, laying in the middle of the ring here at the OCC Road House in Clearwater.
Official Jay Taylor applying the count. Somebody's gonna answer this 10 count. Ron, it just shows how tough these athletes are. I keep going back to it. That first annual Francisco Chiazzo Memorial Young Guns Invitational meant so much to every athlete in there. And I think Zachyras took it to heart that Jules eliminated him. Zachyras may have went out of his way to take advantage of the chance to pin Jules 2 weeks ago. And right now, Jules is getting a chance to beat a guy who's been really unstoppable. But unfortunately, for Jules Bradley, Ron, that landing, that's got to be it.
Forget it.
Blue Thunder Bomb, good night.
What? Absolutely no clue how Jules was able to somehow kick out. The referee looks like he's seeing a ghost.
Hey, I'll tell you, when it just comes to the tenacity of the Duke of the Double Wide, Jules Bradley, anyone who wasn't sure what Jules could do in the ring and how tough this young man is, you were finding it out right now, ladies and gentlemen. You were finding out what Jules Bradley's all about. But by the same token, you're seeing the killer instinct in Zachyras.
Yeah, you can't tell. There's some blood being shed out there. Seems to be motivating both of these athletes, these warriors, I don't like this at all.
Good God! A brainbuster on the top turnbuckle. Zachyras, put him out of his misery.
Please.
Come on.
Let it be over.
Come on, ref.
1, 2, thank God, 3.
Here is your winner, the Superlicious Zachyras.
Ron, you got to think WWN matchmakers are watching very closely. Not only did Zachyras, by hook or by crook, defeat Richport Ayala just 1 week ago here on Monday Night Mayhem, but we just saw Jules Bradley beaten to a pulp.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta wonder. Hold on a second. Referee checking Bradley very, very closely, Trevin. We might have a problem here.
Huge win once again for Zachyras, but definite concern for Jules Bradley. And amazingly, Bradley's finding a way to show signs of life. But Ron, I'm really concerned for this young man. I think he's going to need some help when he gets to the back, to say the least.
Yeah, that neck. Lots of damage.
The following women's contest is set for one fall. 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
I'm the
She hails from Tampa, Florida. She is the
Clara Change, second time we are seeing her here in WWN. She had debuted maybe about a month and a half ago at WWN Proving Ground. Young lady keeps getting better and better. Actually having a first ever matchup here in WWN in just a moment. Heard a lot about Clara Change, seen a lot about Clara Change, and definitely looking forward to see what she can do. As you can tell, all about the money. Knows she's beautiful.
How about that entrance?
Yeah, I was going to say the face is the moneymaker.
And her opponent. She hails from St. Petersburg, Florida. She is the luxury Jacey Love.
Great seeing Jacey Love back here again, WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem. But Ron, how awesome was it getting to see the debut of Jacey Love just a week and a day ago at Shine 81. What a matchup she had against Valentina Rossi.
Yeah, very, very happy to see Jacey in the WWN family, as it's been far too long, and she's really impressed so far, and that is not going to change here tonight, guaranteed.
I'm ready.
And keep in mind, when it comes to WWN, Shine is the place that all the ladies want that opportunity. Jacey Love stepping up, taking the opportunity, having a great showing. And I think a win here tonight against Clara Change is going to keep turning heads for young Jacey Love. Of course, hometown favorite, so to speak.
Big, just so much height being given up, but that's usually the situation when Jacey is in a match, and it's never really seemed to phase her. Hold on a second.
Disrespect.
I don't think that's the way she wants to operate. Again, getting in the head of someone, she's so disciplined. Jacey Love, I've seen it time and time again, and just every time she comes out, it seems like after every rep, she just gets better and better, and the confidence just continues to grow.
And even with the size differential, you see Jacey Love able to get the better, at least for the moment, of Clara Change. Talked about it before. Jacey Love trained by Jay Lethal, 5 years in the sport. Another one of those cases, Ron, where you know you're getting old when these are still the bright-eyed, bushy-tailed young ladies, but it's got half a decade of experience, and it's showing here with the flying head scissors.
Jacey's dad used to wrestle for me way back in the day in IPW Hardcore Wrestling, and see the proud look on his face every time he sees his daughter compete. Hold on, this might be a quick one tonight, Trevin.
That Clara kicks out, but that's it. Jacey is here to win. She's got the background in boxing, the background in gymnastics, was an all-star cheerleader. You already mentioned the second generation. Just phenomenal, phenomenal. She really is Tampa's sweetheart. But if you want to talk about St. Pete, Tampa, Clearwater, especially to me, I'm not a local, it's all the same to me. Far from home with a lot of traffic. I'm just kidding. Oh, what a boot.
Set the trap, and sure enough, Jacey stepped right into it. Big boot to the midsection. Clara going to work.
Well, like I started to say earlier, Clara changes the attitude of working smarter and not harder. Very full of herself. The face is the moneymaker. You saw the attitude. All she cares about is the money and those knees to the gut.
Driving the knee right in and getting every bit of it. Rolling over, cover, hook of the leg. I don't think that's enough to beat Jacey Love. Not cheerleading, just being honest here. And Clara, very, very young in her career, but showing some frustration. Again, you got to understand the level of talent you're in there with every time you get in the ring.
Well, I think the challenge is in the case of Clara, you know, she was recruited by WWE back in December 2023. Young lady was given some opportunities early on, had some serious eyes looking at her, being a hand in the training, let alone going to flatbacks. And I think that's the thing is you do get a little bit of an ego. And then when you come in here and you think, I'm better than my opponent, if Clara underestimates her opponent, it's going to be a long night for Clara Change. Now, I'm saying that, but right now it's a long night for Jacey Love.
Not afraid, do I? Again, made it clear earlier when I talked to her that she'll bend the rules if that's what it's going to take. That was flat out breaking the rules. It just seems like it raised the ire at Jacey Love. Rolled her up.
Very smart by Jacey Love.
A nice 2 count.
Taking advantage. Jay Taylor, our official once again. Got his eyes on the prize. And, oh! Fall-away slam with a bridge into the pin. Unique.
I think you got to watch both shoulders there, though. Kind of a risky pinning combination because I couldn't, from my vantage point, it looked like both competitors' shoulders were on the mat. But I do have a lazy eye. I had surgery when I was 5, but don't hold it against me, Trevor.
No, you were right. That is one of those things. The bridge looked good, but from our angle, it was kind of hard to tell. Obviously, the kick out happened, so we don't have to worry about it right now. And now the leg is hooked. Being powered down by Jacey Love. Still can't keep down Clara Change. Ron, I'll tell you, though, when you look at Clara and the fact that, again, young lady's even a personal trainer, time in competitive cheer when she was in high school, really takes advantage of the understanding of those limbs, the long limbs, the pinfall. And where I was about to go was, conversely, but in a similar but different way, Jacey can do the same thing. She knows how to plant herself, her center of gravity, and this young lady's coming alive.
Yeah, and again, it's even with all their differences, there's so much alike. It's like looking in the mirror.
Is that enough? Not quite.
Oh, 2 1/4. Still not enough, but gotta love the athleticism and the competitive spirit here tonight. The bar starts high, but it just keeps going up throughout the night.
No question. I already talked about Shine 81. If you didn't check that out, it's available on Club WWN.
Hey, what an unpredictable night that was.
And the return of Mercedes Martinez, we were shocked.
Never saw it coming.
Ooh, a lot of announcements for our next WWN Super Show uprising. Ooh, did the official just get bumped? We'll talk about that a little bit later. I don't know if the official is propping up Clara. Oh, almost got bumped. And what the hell's Clara Change grabbing? Official can see Clara with a foreign object in the ring. Is that a purse? It is. And Jacey giving the official Jay Taylor the purse, and now the rope is hooked. The official has no clue, and Clara Change just stole this match.
What the hell did I just see?
What you saw was Clara Change realized she was in trouble, but Clara Change had a plan, and it was introduce, bring in that purse.
Hold on a second.
And steal one. And what the hell is Tanaily doing here? Attacking Jacey Love in a gut-wrench suplex.
What the hell's going on?
And now Tiny's going after Clara.
Taking on everybody.
Dumping Clara Change on her head, and Tiny.
Look at the power.
We saw her last week getting involved. in Anastasia versus Jasmine Howe. Tiny's got a chip on her shoulder.
I don't care what night it is, Trevin. I don't care what city we're in. You never know what's going to happen next.
Absolutely chaos here, as usual. WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a WWE ID Showcase match scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. He hails from the Dirty Bird, weighing in at 420 pounds. He is the problem, Aaron Rourke.
If you want a problem, I can be a problem. If you want a problem, I can be a problem. If you want a problem, I can be a problem. If you want a problem, if you want a problem, I can be a problem. If you want a problem, I can be a problem. If you want a problem, I can be a problem. If you want a problem.
And his opponent. He hails from Sparkle City, weighing in at 205 pounds. He's the Evil King,
Things getting underway here quickly. This WWE ID Showcase match. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, joined by the hardcore giant, Ron Niemi. You are watching WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem, having an opportunity to host a WWE ID match. A little chaos here getting started quickly. The attack from the problem, Aaron Rourke, already on the defensive, Ron.
Yeah, problem to say the least, but look at Rourke. Athlete, cutting him off, taking over, beautiful European uppercut. Big boot, right to the huge face of the problem.
And the problem caught by Aaron Rourke. We saw Rourke just a few weeks ago here on Monday Night Mayhem, losing against Marcus Mathers, but still a great matchup and caught by the big man here. The problem is going down. Leg is hooked. Nearly over, Ron.
Yeah, just the advantage has changed here several times already. Shot like out of a cannon. Both of these men looking to end their opponent quickly and make a huge statement.
And now this big splash from the problem. The pin being accounted by Ref Rach, coming to us all the way from Australia. Ron, how cool is it? We have an Australian official. We have WWE ID talents, top talents with the eyeballs on them. But you know, Ron, at the end of the day, what matters is who wins. Wins will advance your career when it comes to WWE ID. And Aaron Rourke is fighting like it's a championship match here, Ron.
Now they know that WWE ID Championship is now in existence. So to try to set yourself higher on the pecking order, no clue how the champions are going to be decided, but this is the time to separate yourself from the rest. But the massive size of the problem, firing Rourke with all that. Look at the torque just going full speed into those turnbuckles.
And Aaron Roberts, we had the opportunity to see him back at the WWN Super Show Battle for the Belts 2024 in December. Part of our WWN Live family of events. And man, Rourke defeated Jordan Oasis in an impressive manner. And you're seeing some of that brutality that came out of Roberts as he just rips at the face of Rourke.
Just totally vicious, unrelenting. How about the size of those gigantic forearms crashing onto the back of Rourke?
And if you've been watching at WWE ID on X, what you've seen is the evolution of all of these talents. And all the way back in December, there was that issue after the matchup with Timothy Thatcher. Hold on a minute, the pin. 2 count only. As you may recall, Timothy Thatcher, we'd seen him earlier in the night. He came out after Aaron Roberts' match. Roberts had his fist up, but he said, hey, if you're going to be on your guard, you better be ready to fight. And Timothy Thatcher taught a lesson the hard way. Oh, still got to think something's going to happen there. The pin. 2 count only.
That was close. Loving the cadence of this referee.
Oh, yeah, referee just doing a great job.
Yeah, consistent issues, anything. You got to love it. Only the best of the best.
And Ron, you know part of why these guys are so excited? Did you see the man himself, Triple H, announcing that there's going to be WWE ID Women's and Men's Championships? And we're excited to say that some of those WWE ID title tournament matches will take place here within the WWN family of promotions. Definitely stay tuned to learn more about that at WWN IDX, but Aaron Rourke is fighting back.
Love the physicality. Trying to chop down the giant redwood that is Aaron Roberts.
You know, and everybody's talking about the new WWE Evolve, and I think all of these athletes trying to find ways to get opportunities debuting on Tubi on March the 5th. And the problem is showing why the moniker is true for the big man, Ron.
Well, again, to have a man of this size to be able to move. I was going to talk about how
420 pounds, Ron.
I'm about to talk about his agility, and he just steps like a mountain of a man onto the back of Rourke, who has just pain etched across his face. Giant suit bone, flesh meets bone.
Yeah, but if there's anything I've learned about Rourke, this young man who's about 6 years in the sport, coming out of the Creative Pro Wrestling Academy, trained by Brian Myers, Pat Buck. This guy, man, he can go. He can take a beating, and you're seeing that right now as Roberts continues to just pound on Rourke.
You see the size of this man's hands? It's like a giant old leather catcher's mitt.
6'4", by the way.
Oh, and just lighting up with those chops. But Rourke, not to be deterred. What you can do, I can do better, but just like that, shut down.
But the agility lands on his feet, and well done there. Lung blower coming from Aaron Rourke, and Rourke needs to take advantage of this opportunity.
Well, causing more damage to his own back, but desperate times call for desperate measures, Trevin.
Look at that! And another. And the question now, what is Aaron Rourke going to throw next?
Going to the higher end district.
Coming over Meteora, is it going to be enough?
I think he's got him.
Can it eliminate the problem, Ron? I'm excited.
And just like that, nipping up, but you can see that lower back is in terrible condition right now, favoring it, trying to find the opening.
Looking, insert your favorite area code here, there you go. Able to hit that rainbow salt could be the end of things, and I think that's what Rourke's looking for right now.
Yeah, he's got the problem with his own set of problems.
And the big man, the problem, a third-generation wrestler, Ron, hanging out in Memphis. I mean, literally coming from Memphis wrestling, trained by Sarge O'Reilly. You know, he's got that old-school mentality. The problem knows he's big, he knows how to move, and you're seeing it here. Even with the speed, the agility of Aaron Rourke, young man couldn't get up there fast enough to get away from the problem.
Well, the problem covers so much of the ring so quickly. You can't give him the opportunity. This doesn't look fun. No!
Not at all. Calls it the problem bomb, and that is it. Wow.
Here is your winner, the Problem, Aaron Roberts.
And Roberts with another victory here
Impressive.
at WWN. Again, if you're watching on the WWE IDX, you see right now what the Problem's saying. He knows the men's WWE ID Championship is coming. He knows there's going to be a tournament, and the Problem knows that wins matter when it comes to WWE ID. Keep your eyes on the Problem, Aaron Roberts, because you and I both know this guy's going to be coming in with a heck of a seed in that tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the FIP Florida Heritage Championship. Introducing first.
I know this guy.
Ron, I'll tell you right now, as the challenger, Jake St. Patrick, makes his way to the ring, having the opportunity to host this FIP Florida Heritage Championship match right here on WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. Ron, this is a match, no question, could have been part of a full Impact Pro premium live event.
Absolutely. Did you see, you were here earlier when Jake St. Patrick shows up. You want to talk about just cool as ice?
Oh, dressed as sharp as could be. Makes you and I look like we didn't even try to put a suit on today.
Oh no, he's the man. Just coolness.
And here comes a man who I am still in shock, Ron, by the way that he won Stevie Frick, defeating Sideshow at FIP Everything Burns 2025 about a month and a half ago. Selling his soul to Simon Says to join the Ample Empire and become Sick Stevie Frick.
Yeah, sick applies because we've known Frick for a long time now, and we know just as popular as he's been for so long, that is one of the more dangerous wrestlers you'll come across in Florida. And the fact that he's decided to align himself with Simon Says is not good.
Send it down to Michael James for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger, standing to my right. He hails from Champaign, Illinois, weighing in at 172 pounds. He is the Jake of all trades, Jake St. Patrick. And his opponent, representing the Inland Empire, he hails from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 234 pounds. He is the reigning and defending FIP Florida Heritage Champion, Sick Stevie Frick.
And that championship, the history of that championship, since being crowned all the way back in March 2007, first champion Eric Stevens, a staple of both FIP and Ring of Honor. It's our official Jay Taylor shows Jake St. Patrick the opportunity he has. You had guys like Rhett Titus, you had guys like Apollo Crews, Gran Akuma. The man now actually just known as Danhausen, believe it or not. That was a day, that's its own story. Danny Birch, John Davis, Eddie Torres, Troy Hollywood, Anthony Green, and then Sideshow for 819 days until it was stolen by 6 Stevie Frick. Hell of a lineage, nevertheless.
Yeah, impressive, man. I've been here the whole time, and it still just blows me away when you start listing title histories here.
And when we get, ooh, what a double chop, this opportunity to host Jake St. Patrick. A lot of you may know, you heard he was announced out of Champaign, Illinois. If you're from the Midwest, especially that Chicago area, you saw Jake St. Patrick for years since relocating down here to the Orlando area, handling a lot of the training, honestly, for Devon Dudley right now at his training facility. Jake is not only in insane shape as Frick uses the dreads to hold on to the headlock, but as you said, Jake carries himself like a champion. I can believe Jake St. Patrick as our FIP Florida Heritage Champion. And as much as I should be unbiased, I'd love to see it happen, Ron.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, it would be special to be here live for a moment like that. But, you know, it's even when somebody seems to have a change of attitude, it's hard for me to... Oh, beautiful drop kick.
Ron, that was a 6-foot elevation, at least on the drop kick, perfectly placed, and St. Patrick is rolling in with the running European uppercut. I have seen St. Patrick have some of the best matches on every card he's on, many of which he was victorious on. The double stomp, Jake has come here to win the championship. Pinfall.
That literally looked like he kicked the head off of Stevie Frick. That was brutal.
I would have fully believed it.
Yeah, just full-on punt.
Elsewhere,
Patrick.
Going for the detonation kick, but not able to hit it.
Really telegraphed, as far as I'm concerned. Oh man, is he paying the price?
Yep, and I'm had it backwards. The bang still would have been effective. One of the many moves I've seen Jake St. Patrick defeat people all over the sport. And as much as you've seen Jake before here on Full Impact Pro, and I encourage you, if you're a Club WWN member, to check things out, I've never seen Jake St. Patrick in a situation like this against Stevie Frick.
Hey, how ridiculous. You talk about the WWN library. It's just thousands and thousands of hours of pro wrestling. And the names that have come through, hold on a second.
That could be.
There's part of the change of attitude I'm talking about right there. Stevie Frick doesn't hook the leg. You're in there against Jake St. Patrick.
Well, and it comes back to the history, like you talked about, and the fact that when we talked about the heritage, if you will, and it kind of throws to one of our sponsors, Territory Tees. When you think about the heritage of really our sport of professional wrestling, collections for Bruiser Brody, championship wrestling from Florida, the American Giant, more to come. Just such a great place to celebrate the histories of professional wrestling. Of course, you can find out more about that at Territory Tees, and that wasn't even just a plug for a plug's sake. It's the truth. We are heritage. This match is about Florida heritage and the pinfall. Nearly a new champion.
You talk about Territory Tees. I seen one of the fans earlier with that sick-ass Bruiser Brody, the black and white shirt. It's just awesome.
Oh, in the championship wrestling from Florida gear. But we can't be shilling about that right now because head first, neck first could be it. How did Jake St. Patrick just kick out?
That did not look good at all. His head was just driven into the canvas and his neck bending in a real precarious position. Not the way a neck is supposed to bend, folks.
No, I'm really concerned about what damage was just done there. And is that really going to be the damage that tells the story?
Jake just doesn't know the word quit and knows what it would do to his career here in WWN, and to put that gold around his waist, so much attention here on Florida and the World Wrestling Network. This is the place to be. That's no secret, Trevin.
Jake St. Patrick escaping, and I fully agree with you, and you're seeing the importance of the matchup. Sweeps the leg, and Ron, I am a huge fan of Jake St. Patrick. Pound for pound, one of the best in our sport, unsigned athletes, and could have been a knockout blow, but there is Stephen Frick in the Smash Mouth style, and is that it, Ron?
What a wicked spine buster. Trying to realign the spine of Jake St. Patrick, who symmetrically is just built differently, like a video game character, just 0% body fat, but when your body is slammed at that velocity with the weight of your opponent coming down on you, Trevin, you talk about serious damage and still holding that back.
Frick might be thinking spear. We've seen many, many men, including when Frick was the ACW heavyweight champion, and smartly scouted. What agility by Jake St. Patrick, jumping over Frick, gets the boot up, and the challenger run. Critical moment to have those signs of life.
You can tell why these men are at the top of their game, but oh my God, do you hear the leather colliding with the flesh and the bone, just like a thunderclap here in Clearwater? Oh, swing and a miss.
But the second did not. Great job by the challenger. Is this a new champion? Damn.
St. Patrick cannot believe he's not the Florida Heritage Champion, but this isn't over. Stay on him. Don't give him any room to breathe. Stevie Frick is so dangerous. He's the champ. He has a championship's advantage.
And oh, now this is the detonation kick. It could be happening, but no, countered by the champion. And Frick throws the lariat, but caught into a beautiful neck breaker.
Love it.
And you can't help but notice the challenger holds on. And are we gonna see it? There she blows. Is it it? Is it a new champ?
He's got him.
Oh! Did you see the way the entire building jumped out of their chairs?
You couldn't have slid a piece of paper between the referee's palm and the canvas on the ring here at the OCC. God, Trevin, I'm telling you, it doesn't get any closer than that.
Yeah, it's been a mere 43 days that Frick has been the FIP Florida Heritage Champion. He's mentioned FIP Everything Burns 2025. You can check that out after this broadcast as part of your club WWN subscription. Going for the bangarang, but does get the second kick. I can't get over the kicks of Jake St. Patrick.
Yeah, especially, again, usually giving up substantial height difference, but, oh no, going to the eyes.
And the official couldn't see it. Jake was looking for a second detonation kick, and there's the huge frickin' spear, and I think it's over. Damn it!
Here is your winner. It's still the FIP Florida Heritage Champion, Stevie Frick.
Trevin, what a match.
And Ron, I know I wasn't impartial. I apologize to the viewers at home, the few that might actually like the Emerald Empire. And we're still waiting to hear from the Emerald Empire, Ron, because a challenge was put out 1 week ago for our WWN Super Show Uprising on March the 9th right here at the OCC. It was a combination of our FIP World Heavyweight Champion, August Artois, our WWN Multimedia Champion, Sideshow. And what the hell is going on? Why is Zachyras here?
What the hell is Zachyras doing in the ring? Saw him earlier tonight.
Are you kidding me? Zachyras is taking advantage of a prone Jake St. Patrick.
Attack totally unprovoked. St. Patrick has just been through a brutal match. Don't look like Zachyras is done yet. Referee, he can't do anything to protect St. Patrick.
And Zachyras now. This is absolutely ridiculous. Hits that moonsault. Absolutely disgusting. And then there's Sage Scott, our WWN Proving Ground champion. I didn't even know Sage Scott was here.
Wait a second. Those two go way back.
Yeah, the old Midnight Tribe, Jake St. Patrick and our WWN Proving Ground champion, Sage Scott. Sage is asking for the mic.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Huh? Now you just make this shit personal. Now that's personal now. You wasn't my boy, that's my dog. So I got something for you. This is what you wanted? You want a championship match? You got it. But it ain't gonna be on no regular Proving Ground. No. I'm thinking March 9th, Super Show.
Hold on, Trevin.
Go throw hands in front of the whole world. And I promise you right now, you ain't gonna like it, you ain't gonna love it. Later that night, you damn sure are gonna respect it. And that's just big old facts.
Throwing down the gauntlets.
Well, you just heard it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Zachyras been turning heads, turning the head of our WWN Proving Ground champion, Sage Scott. Attacking Sage's old running buddy from the Midnight Tribe, and Sage put it out there. WWN Super Show Uprising. It's going to be Sage Scott defending the WWN Proving Ground Championship against Zachyras. And Ron, we've seen what Zachyras can do in the brutality against Jules Bradley earlier. We, of course, saw what happened when it comes to the way Zachyras stole a match over Richport Ayala. It's going to be one to watch. WWNlive.com to learn more, and I'll talk about that six-man that's hanging out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following six-man tag team contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. They're weighed in at a total combined weight of 555 pounds. The team of non-stop DJ Mallory.
Neptune straight is taking over, baby! Oh, man! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half here of WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. The new and improved Neptune's Trident. You see Trent Edwards out there as well. Talk a little bit about that young man in a moment.
Dude, look at Benji.
Oh, yeah.
Benji's the life coach for a reason. Look at that.
We ain't slowing things down in this second half, folks.
They're weighing in at a total combined weight of 670 pounds. The team of Dijon String, the Spice Star Dijon Dog, and the Puertorican Hound Dog, Rafael Gonzalez. They are String Spicy Dog.
Lot to unpack here in this six-man. Excited though, Ron. Albeit you can see the face of Big Dog. Still really worried about the mentality of Big Dog, especially with his son, Damian Gemini, outside the rail buying a ticket. Lemuria is currently suspended.
Mocking his own father. Disrespect just turns my stomach.
It's disgusting. Let's be honest, it's absolutely disgusting.
Hey, how embarrassing. Can you imagine the emotional look at the mocking his own father. Show some respect. What's gotten into this kid?
Hey, I'm beating up your dad, man.
That's the problem.
I'm beating up your dad. Are you ready?
It's really disgusting. It was Neptune's Trident versus the Miami boys just a few weeks ago right here on Monday Night Mayhem, and Trent Edwards really surprising us, joining up with Neptune's Trident. I guess we could have seen the signs if we had looked a little harder, but nevertheless, you see Big Dog getting to take out some of that aggression like on Benji Neptune.
Just running Benji over, Trevin. Hey, look at the drop kick.
How does a guy that size get up like that? That's what I want to know.
It just never ceases to amaze me. Benji wondering what the hell hit him. Tags out. You handle him.
Of course, Benji, a life coach, as CJ Mallory joins the fray. Mallory keeps improving. I can't deny it, young man. Very impressive. Hate the attitude, but John Strange is a brick wall, my friend.
Nothing against the young man. My God. John Strange he's just another breed. Just so unorthodox. Hold on, cover, hook of the leg that got the 2 count. That was almost a real quick night at the office. John Strange saying he's not working on the clock, not putting in the hours.
Now here's some Dijon spicing it up. The tag there, Mallory in some trouble. And Dijon, another young man, definitely have enjoyed watching really over his year career in the sport. Was that not sure if Benji helped stop CJ, but now the new and improved, and I put that in quotes, Trent Edwards in the ring.
Edwards already taking the punishment and finding out what he's in there with, swing and a miss.
And Edwards was once one of our most popular superstars, and now cheating, breaking the rules, doing anything he can to win. It's disgusting.
You watch the, I was going to say, the movements of his body and how unorthodox, but raining down right after right, taking it to the street, just showing he can fight.
Official Jay Taylor
losing his feet there a little bit. Got to pay attention. Don't let the fans distract you.
That's what it was. It was the WWN faithful jaw-jacking with Edwards.
Oh, they'll get in your head.
Edwards, now look at the beating going on here.
At ringside.
And
like their own cheerleading section.
And all along, you're absolutely right. You got Lemuria excited to see anything bad happen to their father, to Damien's father. And all the while, the distraction as Big Dog started to come in. Official stopped it, the beating going on to Dijon, and now the strength on display of Benji.
Just slammed. Face first on the canvas, and look at the upper body strength of the physical specimen, Benji Neptune.
Benji is ranked high in the powerlifting world, a CrossFitter, level 1 CrossFit instructor. Had amateur wrestled at the college level. And of course now a life coach, if you will.
And he was always such a pleasure to be around this guy. Just infectious energy and enthusiasm. But man, is he just totally changed almost every aspect of his personality. He's in it for him and him alone.
That's totally the Benji story as CJ Mallory charging in. And Mallory again, I think, has definitely improved in the ring. Dijon's in trouble, could it be?
And while Benji may be into it for just himself, though, he does know there's strength in numbers, and he's building himself a little army here, and this threesome is really a team to take serious and maybe pick it up. Is he out? Has he choked him out?
Well, I think that's the challenge here for Dijon. Young man, trained out of the Crypt Wrestling training facility, spent a lot of time honing his craft before he finally had his debut match, and the so-called Spice God trying to spice things up to escape, but cut off again, and back to the wrong side of town in Neptune's Trident.
I like the idea of cutting the ring in half and just punishing your opponent where you might as well be a mile away from the corner. I think that's it, Trevin.
Mike Speed, but no, the Big Dog came in, Puertorican Hound Dog.
Yeah, he can't. He's not going to just stand there on the ring apron. And look at the outburst at ringside. Now all of a sudden, they want to play by the rules, apparently.
Maria's ridiculous. I'm going to tell you right now. Punk kids, while we were sitting here, and Trent Edwards hasn't changed with that, walking the plank, and now the pin. And I'm telling you right now, I think I'm going to straight. Trent Edwards was once undefeated in Proving Ground, had a heck of really a role going, but people loved the so-called swashbuckling superstar. And then things started just kind of cracking a little bit. He wasn't getting the wins anymore. The people weren't reacting as much. And it's not like they turned, I think if anything, maybe Trent had gotten stale, and Benji took advantage of it. He said, join me, I'll make you better. And when you're a little bit down, Ron, you're really gullible, you're susceptible.
Yeah, you're impressionable. And with somebody like Benji Neptune with the coaching abilities that he has, with a lot of coaches, let's be honest, manipulation comes into play. Getting people to do what they normally wouldn't be able to do, but you're able to pull it out of them. And he sees something in these young men.
Dijon able to, at least for the moment, stop Benji Neptune's offensive. Can Dijon Young get to the corner quick enough? Mallory's in, but so's John Strange.
Big lariat, John Strange, House of Fire, a one-man wrecking crew. like a demolition derby as they're just like a pinball machine. Double body slam.
Hey, if you want a demolition derby, you just saw it right there. And it's going to go from bad to worse for these young men because here comes the Puertorican Hound Dog. A lot of momentum. Good God, a senton. A crushing senton. Is this it?
Like a steamroller.
No, and you see the distraction.
Come on.
Our cameras didn't catch it, but Lemeria literally starts screaming. They're shaking. And the words they said, I can't repeat. And you can see Big Dog is trying to head over to get himself some of Lemeria.
He's had all he can stands, and Trevin, he can't stands no more. Commissioner Rick Thames, the gentleman himself. They bought a ticket, Trevin.
It's the only reason they're allowed to be here.
There's nothing we can do.
And inside of the ring now, Dijon trying to put away Mallory, but there's Benji, the official, does not see it. Crossface chicken when I guess it was Benji legal? I guess he was. And that's it. Chaos here.
Here are your winners by submission, Neptune.
That's how Neptune wins.
And you see what these punk kids are saying. They're saying, we bought a ticket. What they did, Ron, was they just made Big Dog, John Strange, and Dijon Young lose that match. And Rick Thames is still having to hold back Big Dog.
100% responsible, and they know it, and they're proud of it. Total disruption.
Punk kids. During the intermission, I saw TJ Brady walking by live on, I don't know if it was Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. I literally told him he tried to talk some smack up this way. I said, you're a punk-ass kid. And I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be impartial. I'm not doing very well at that tonight. But I just can't get over what these kids did. And I apologize to Neptune's Trident, because even though they were able to take advantage of the distraction of the official to win this matchup, at the end of the day, and of course these guys like each other.
They don't need the distraction. They were in the game. Either team could have won, but apparently that's how far that Benji has fallen.
It's a win for the new and improved Neptune's Trident. Keep an eye on these three, and obviously now you know they will take advantage of any opening. Nothing has changed when it comes to Neptune's Trident.
I can't believe this. Oh my God. I get it, dog. I get it, dog. You know what? I've got something for those guys. I'm working on a permanent suspension. I've talked to the guys in management. Whoa. I'm permanently getting rid of those guys. I'm just going to get rid of them altogether.
No. See, here's I have, thinking about it, man, I have the greatest idea just now. Why suspend them? Why don't we just...
Why suspend them?
Wait, it's okay. Why don't we just handle it like men, the real way, the right way, the way I taught these little punks how to do it. See, I know two guys that would love to get their hands on them. I'll tell you, it's just thinking about it, it'd just be great for the Super Show.
Oh, I got you. Put your hands on those guys and teach them.
See. What I'm thinking is this. A six-man tag, right? A six-man war. But you know something? A six-man family feud.
Family feud. Wow.
Think about that.
You're on to something there. I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Look at the size of this Australian superstar.
Wow.
And his opponent, representing the Emerald Empire, he is from Dijon, Colorado, weighing in at 288 pounds, Buckshot Rourke.
Buckshot Brian Brock, a former FIP World Heavyweight Champion. International star versus top athlete in Full Impact Pro. Ron, another one of those matches. I could absolutely see this in a Full Impact Pro Premium Live event ring. Excited that we're getting to offer it here to you tonight on WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. One of the many reasons you need to be here live, Ron.
Hey, very, very seldom that Brian Brock is giving up a size advantage, and this is a big, big man. Toe to toe, really. Two just hosses. I like really in a big way that the big men are coming back to the independent scene, and when you have talent, again, an international clash here on a Monday night, it's to be here and see this type of talent, a first-time matchup. You gotta love it.
I agree. I walked up to Brownie. I was dwarfed. I was so impressed just by the aura of this young man, and great attitude. Former War Central Queensland champion, two-time Venom Pro heavyweight champion, two-time QWA heavyweight champion. Basically, if you're in Australia, you've probably been eaten alive by one of the many monsters like EC Brownie. Because think about it. Here in the United States, we think Australia, and we think about all the dangerous critters and monsters and bugs that make our cockroaches look small, and trust me, they're big here.
But they've been pumping out professional wrestlers from Australia at a very elite level, and to be able to see this young man here in Florida.
Oh! And that was awesome. Brownie holding onto the ropes, saw the big boot coming from Buckshot, and I'm telling you, Ron, I was worried when Simon Says was not in the building and I saw Buckshot. I said, who the hell's going to control this monster? Well, monster versus monster. I think we've got the attention of Buckshot. We don't have to worry about the fans in attendance or ourselves. I'm telling you, Buckshot goes wild sometimes.
Well, and I think this matchup is good for both competitors. A real test for both men, and I know nothing will do than picking up the victory for either of these competitors, but from my side, watching as things develop in WWN and FIP, things are just, you can feel it building. The people that are coming for the FIP World Heavyweight Champion, August Zachyras, the list just seems to get longer and longer.
And now the reversal, and Brownie taking out Buckshot. I was just about to take the bait there and talk a little bit about Buckshot's reign, but right now it's all about EC Brownie and the big man, fire-breathing Red Heathen. I know he's Australian, but if you told me he was a Viking like Eric the Red and was here to conquer me, I'd believe it.
That's literally what I was thinking when I seen him. This guy's just a specimen, but again, you just think Viking when you see him, and Brian Brock not intimidated by this big man at all, and now taking it to his opponent physically. Amazing. This is, again, I came up in Florida in professional wrestling in the early 90s when I broke in. It was big, giant men like this.
Yeah, but the difference is, with all due respect, these guys, man, they added athleticism. They're the next level physically. As much as the guys back in the day were big, they were tough, they were strong, these guys can do things that men these size should not be able to move the way they do. And, of course, Buckshot is a throwback to those days, and he'll just straight up smack the taste out of your mouth. And what a knee. Moving the knee pad to make it more dangerous, make it more effective.
Making it count. Driving the bone, and hold on, I think he's got him. Is he out cold? No. Able to get his hands in between himself and Brian, pushing him off. But now can you imagine all that weight leaning on your back and your neck, trying to put off the oxygen to the brain.
And that's what's happening right here. Great placement. There's a reason that Buckshot was our FIP World Heavyweight Champion. And when he lost that championship at the first annual Heath B. Schneider Memorial Battle for the Belts 2023, the amount of blood he and August Artois bled to even defeat Buckshot. Ooh, men were hung. The violence was at another level.
That reminded me of the old Dusty Rhodes and Abdullah the Butcher bloodbaths from Florida Championship Wrestling.
And if you think we're exaggerating, check it out as part of your Club WWN subscription. Heck, we were crazy enough. We gave it away for free on YouTube. It's not very hard to find. Just warning, it's not for all people, all ages at home. You need to be able to handle some blood and violence because that went to next levels.
Yeah, if you're gonna...
Anything goes. Yeah. It was a bull rope match.
It really, and again, if you wanted to show your kids of how it used to be done, I'm not sure that one's for everybody, but...
Viewer discretion is advised.
That's the best way to put it. Oh, look at big chops.
Yeah, Brownie coming back to life. The big Aussie knows what it would mean to defeat Brian Brock, and of course Brock never comes in looking for an easy day. Brock loves to fight. Brock's gonna be excited to have the opportunity to go at it with a guy this big. And could that be it? Not quite.
Hey, so much talent from, of course, around the United States, but now from around the world that just finding their way, not just to the United States or to Florida, they're finding their way to the Tampa Bay area.
Oh, yeah.
And there's so much happening. And for any Monday night, the booking committee has the option of about 50 top-level independent wrestling talents every Monday night.
Now, we wish we could show them all to you here. And, of course, we appreciate you joining us, whether it's Club WWN at WWNlive.com, whether you're watching right now on YouTube. Either way, what you're seeing is a huge Aussie who is impressive. And if you've never seen EC Brownie, the head just got taken off by Brian Brock, and we could be seeing an upset.
Oh, this EC Brownie he's something else. This is my first opportunity to see this behemoth compete, and I am impressed, and I guarantee you Brian Brock is impressed as well, always looking to be challenged, but I mean, has he bitten off more than he can chew?
Well, that could be the question here, as Brownie continuing the offensive, but Brian's throwing the bombs right back, and that's one thing Brian Brock has shown time and time again. He can strike with the best of them. I think Brock thrives on this.
He likes the test. He likes to show what kind of punishment he's not only able but willing to take.
Ron, the lesser men would have went down. Lesser men would have both been knocked out by those boots.
Double boots, both on rubber leg street.
Oh, suplex. Beautiful indeed, the Saito. Flipping inside out, EC Brownie, and there's the lariat. And that could be all she wrote, Ron Niemi. It is.
What a match.
Yes.
I like when I'm reminded why I love professional wrestling.
A hell of a showing. And again, so excited we had the opportunity to host Australian international star EC Brownie, but tonight was Buckshot Brian Brock, showing why this man is a monster, is a danger anywhere he goes. Don't matter how big you are, you come up against Buckshot, man, it ain't gonna be a good day. But credit again to EC Brownie, Ron. Not only hung, I bet you money you put them at it again. Could be a different story, you never know.
Yeah, that's definitely not the last we're gonna see of this big man. What an impressive performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first. Weighing in at 240 pounds, Devin Diaz.
Ron, a bit of a history here between Devin Diaz, Richport, Ayala. Going all the way back to when the Emerald Empire bought out Heartbreak Enterprises. Wonder what superstar Sean Davis is up to these days. And it was, Simon says, there was the whole business of trying to recruit Richport Ayala all the way back to Heatstroke 2024. Rich didn't accept or decline at the time, but as we watched the gyrations of the Dirty Man, I should have said viewer discretion advised before this, things continued on, and I'll continue the story in just a second.
And his opponent. He hails from Bronx, New York, weighing in at 240 pounds. That Rican, Rich Florida Heritage.
Just a few weeks later, WWN Proving Ground Annihilation demanding an answer from Richport Ayala. And where is Devin Diaz going?
Where the hell is he going?
Hold on, let me find out what's going on.
Richport Ayala has this. I have no clue what Diaz is up to here. Got business to tend to. Trevin, what's he up to?
I have no clue. There was something hidden back here, and Diaz jumping up on the stage and trying to see what the hell he was doing. I never trust this man. Man is dangerous.
Let me get the mic, please.
And you know, this may go to what I was actually talking about, you know. Is it on? Stand by for a minute. I don't want to conjecture, but I have a feeling.
Hey, we're going to try this thing. I'm going to talk, and you're going to stay quiet. When the Dirty Man speaks, you are going to stay quiet. This message is for the man they call Richport Ayala. See, Richard, I've noticed this trend in your career and it breaks my heart. You're starting to lose here at WWN. You were once a standout. 1 year in the business, you got sent over to Japan. And now you and the people you associate with are dragging you down.
Dragging him down?
Richard, I know that you have a son. I know that you have a wife. It's time that you join the Emerald Empire.
Hold on a second.
It's time that you accept that you're a natural-born loser, and you need us to help you out. Now, last year, we tried to get you to do it, and you said no, and now look where you're at, Richard. Look where you're at. I'm going to hand you this paper. You're going to say yes, it's not up for debate, and you're going to join the winning team.
It's not the first time they've tried this. Kind of what I was getting at. Ayala did not go for it the last time he was pressured.
Yeah, but how do you...
And you are going to sign that. Do you hear me loud and clear?
Come on and insult a man when you're supposedly recruited. Got some nerve.
Well, would you send Dirty Devin Diaz to be the one trying to recruit someone of your Simon says?
I feel filthy just being in the same building as this man. It's like a thin scum kind of just covers your body. You feel it?
And you see it again. Shades of what happened last time. It was annihilation. And we're off to the races, demanding the answer. RPA ripping up the contract. Ended up having a six-man.
You don't want to be a winner?
Ooh.
Nice job. Saying you don't want to be a winner.
Yeah, there was some chaos. A six-man ultimately. RPA, running buddy Delgado, and maybe Keith were victorious against Jonathan Hudson in Annihilation. And ultimately, Delgado and RPA had an opportunity for the FIP World Tag Team Championship. versus Annihilation. Of course, as always, there's shenanigans, and then we got to the situation of RPA and Stevie Frick and Devin Diaz, a little less than a month ago, saving the Florida Heritage Champion for 6 Stevie Frick, and that's really a big part of what set this pinfall. As you may recall, ended up being a tag team match where Diaz, Hudson cheating to win. And now we're finally at the singles between these two. And Dirty Devin Diaz delaying the start of the matchup. And not just that, guy couldn't even remember the contract he was supposed to bring. That clearly was what was up here. I couldn't figure out what was he rooting around for. I think he stole a pen from the stage and he had something hidden. Like the guy clearly, I bet he walks into the building dressed like that as the count's being applied and Ayala's had enough. And smart move by Diaz.
What a dirtbag.
Shades of Fit Finley pulling out the apron.
Hey, I can't blame him. It's working, but just vicious. Tearing at his opponent like an uncaged animal, and a look of disgust on the face of Dirty Devin Diaz.
And it really is just crazy to me to think about how long this issues went on. The setup of this for months. Finally getting to these two one-on-one, and now, just when it looked like Ayala was gonna get some revenge, Dirty Devin Diaz living up to the name. Gut punch into the pin.
Robinson High School wrestling star. Made a huge name for himself in the amateur scene. Same high school as the legendary Hulk Hogan, but I don't think Hulk ever did that. Well, let's hope not.
And Dirty Devin got up to college wrestling and was kicked off his team, not for talent, but for attitude.
Hey, not surprised at all. Can you imagine trying to coach and control this young man?
Hold on the pin.
Good luck.
I would say Dirty Devin is uncoachable, but you know, Simon Says I'm sure would take some credit for any potential success. But let's just be honest about the situation. When it comes to Dirty Devin, he's a mercenary. He's taking the money. He's here for the money.
Hired assassin.
Somebody else showed up with more money than Simon. I'm telling you right now, I don't think Devin would stick around.
Oh yeah, he has a price tag, and that price tag just keeps going up to the highest bidder. And again, you don't have to like the guy. To underestimate him as a competitor is a huge mistake.
In a mere 3 years, the improvement we've seen from the Dirty Man, Dirty Devin Diaz, it's absolutely impressive. But think about Richport Ayala, had about 8-9 years now. For the last 2 to 3, we've watched him in Proving Ground, where Ayala stood atop the mountain twice, but now on the ground,
I can see so much of the influence of the late Francisco Chiazzo on Richport Ayala, but Devin Diaz really, he's got the upper hand. Richport Ayala's not able to defend himself right now, Trevin. Punch after punch, finding the mark.
It's all went downhill since Dirty Devin not only stalled outside of the ring.
Calling him a loser again.
Devin stalling outside of the ring, then pulling out the apron. And the damage has continued to be done to Richport, and every time Ayala starts to fight back, unfortunately, even with all of the physical talents that Richport has, how do you take advantage of that? Look at the boot to the face, and now the knees. No knee pads, by the way.
Beautiful knee. Yeah, that's all this guy is boots and trunks. You don't see any tape on the wrists, no knee pads, and honestly, as far as the damage that he's doing to those knees, if he's going to listen to anything, hold on.
Could be.
Very lackadaisical, and I know he did hook the leg, but I don't feel he had him as cinched in as he could, and now just locking in that rear chin lock, and I've brought this up in the past, but Dirty Devin reminds me so much of the late Jimmy Del Rey, and also Mark Starr with how he's built, but how he conducts his business in the ring. And he's so fluid. And I think a lot of the bigger competitors out there may make the mistake of underestimating this man, and to say he can fight is also an understatement. Willing to do anything. There are no rules.
No, there's a reason that Diaz calls himself the dirtiest man in wrestling. He believes it. He believes it. And Diaz, you've seen it already in this matchup. You've seen the levels to which he'll stoop, and then of course you saw how poorly he presented the contract opportunity to join the Emerald Empire.
Yeah, if Simon was truly making a play to sign Richport Ayala, he's not going to be happy when he sees that presentation.
Not at all, but think about who you sent. And impressively, Diaz landing on the apron, catching Ayala. And I don't have to like the guy, but I am impressed. And caught right there in the breadbasket.
Yeah, left himself wide open, and you can't do that with Richport Ayala, who's all fired out here in Clearwater. Nice. Hey, not afraid to throw hands himself is Richport Ayala. Devin Diaz, Rourke, but able to reverse the Irish whip. Beautiful back elbow, followed by a lariat. Trevin.
RPA coming back to life. There's the DDT. We've seen that before from Richport. Hooking the leg. Was it a knockout? Oh. Ring awareness of Devin Diaz. Again, you don't have to like him. But man, this young man getting the hand to the rope.
Hey, he always knows where he's at. Tries the best he can to keep himself positioned, even when on the defense.
You, of course, mean in the ring, because I've seen Devin dressed just like that out in the streets. I mean, Walmart he fits in, but there's a lot of other places he does not.
He'll show up at 2001 Odyssey on Dale Mabry in Tampa dressed just like that. Hold on a second.
Oh, wait, come on. What is this? The attack here. Breaking down Brian Brock, Stevie Frick coming out, attacking Richport Ayala. Just when it looked like Ayala might have had Diaz on the ropes, the attack by Brock, the attack by Stevie Frick. Clearly, the Emerald Empire might not be here physically, but he made a phone call and made it clear, sending out his cronies.
Sending a message, and it's received very clearly. Get out of there, Frick. Enough's enough. Brock got that bull rope with the cowbell attached. We saw the Southern Posse use that very weapon for almost 20 years in Florida in ways that I have tried to forget but can't. They're in my nightmares. And Brock is taking, no, come on now.
No.
I hope he's not thinking.
No way.
Come on, Brian.
Do not. Come on, the man is being hugged. Richport Ayala is being hugged. We need some damn help out here. Where the hell is anyone to stop this?
The referee, he can't stop this himself. Come on, John Strange.
Rick Thames coming down. Sideshow, our WWN Multimedia Champion, running off these.
You look at this. You look at
cretins.
Our professional wrestling. We are the Emerald Empire. We don't care. We don't need one more member. We tried to help him. We are the pinnacle of the Emerald Empire.
Diaz just running his mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ron, it doesn't take long. It does not take long for an injury to occur when you're being hung by a bull rope over the top rope. This is absolutely out of control.
And just because
it's unacceptable.
Monday night, the start of the week, doesn't mean there's any less violence when it comes to the Emerald Empire.
Diaz better get the hell out of here. I know there's a lot of concern for Richport.
Pieces of trash. They're looking at the future.
This was disgusting, Ron.
Again, it's one of those unfortunate situations that, let's be honest, Trevin, when the Emerald Empire is in the building, we seem to have more incidents by average than when they're not in the building.
And I'm telling you right now, the Emerald Emperor might not be here. Saw the contract ripped, called in his cronies. The damage has been done to Richport Ayala. Ron, I'm going to tell you this. There's going to be hell to pay. Stay tuned to WWNLive.com to find out what's next in this situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a WWE ID Showcase match scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, joined by the hardcore giant, Niemi. WWE ID Showcase match here at WWN Proving Ground, Monday Night Mayhem. Our official is Ref Rach, coming from Australia. How awesome is that? Little international flair here to what's sure to be an awesome contest, Ron.
It's a wrestling melting pot here in WWN, and this was the match. As soon as it was announced, I contacted you and said, how good is this on paper? It's one of those, again, the energy and the hype that's building up around this young WWE ID talent is just, the entire country's getting behind it. We're lucky enough to have it here in Florida, WWN. Beautiful.
Saw a great lockup between these two men jockeying for position. Initially, it's Jackson Drake. First time we're seeing him here in WWN. Of course, we saw Sean Legacy back at FIP Everything Birds 2025, defeating Gall in a heck of a contest. But, Ron, not the first time these two, first time these two men faced off actually recently at Phoenix Wrestling Experience in Augusta, Georgia. Sean Legacy defeated Jackson Drake. And I had an opportunity to talk to Drake briefly earlier, young man. Cockiness, if you will. But very clear he's here to win and beat Sean Legacy. And of course, Ron, you're seeing what Sean Legacy can do. What agility from a man that size with that much muscle. It defies reality.
Yeah, the ups on that leapfrog and just old school, picking out a body part and going to work, and the referee checking close. But good luck, Jackson Drake. The last thing he's thinking of is submission, but love what I see with both of these talents. And again, the positive attitude, and Legacy just gets the fans behind him wherever he goes, and look at that power.
And there's a kick to the back by Sean Legacy, and a standing moonsault. There's the pin, and a 2 count only. But I'm telling you right now, not only is Sean proud of being the one of the first, if not the first, WWE ID prospect hooked out of Georgia, but on top of that, Legacy is a young man I had a chance to see early in his career back at the old Premier Wrestling Experience, PWX, in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this young man was impressive from day one. But how about the Carolina Reaper?
Oh, I love what I see. The South has been pumping out incredible independent talent for decades, but it just keeps getting better and better.
And it's pretty impressive when it comes to what you can see, just the cockiness along with the effectiveness of that choke. Have you ever seen a choke like that with Jackson just had?
And I, again, just working the camera as he's doing it. What I'm impressed with is the condition both of these men show up in. Just looking like, ooh, nice European. See how tight he kept that?
These guys are here for a reason. Wins matter in WWE ID. You have an opportunity to follow WWE ID on X at WWE ID, but Sean Legacy taking it over. The drop kick, and I gotta say again, what Legacy can do for a man that size, for me especially thinking back to the old Dragon Gate USA and Evolve, as you hear the WWN faithful coming in, I'm thinking of an Uha Nation now known as Apollo Crews when it comes to the agility for a man that size.
It's completely ridiculous, and the way that he puts together an offensive flurry in a sequence that he's just coming from all angles. Land, air, and sea.
And Ron, it wasn't long ago that the man himself, Triple H, made it clear that there are going to be champions crowned for WWID, both men and women, and you know these two, they want to be a part of that. It's going to all happen in a tournament for that WWID Championship. Proud to say that we will host some of those matches here in the WWN family. Stay tuned to WWID on X to learn more, but Legacy now back first on the apron. And Drake, man, he's here. He's here to make a statement, Ron.
Oh yeah, he's not here just to, again, this guy has no intention of walking out of there with anything less than the victory. Snap mare.
Oh, what a kick.
God, dangerous. Right to the top of the back and the bottom of the neck cover.
And very smartly, you saw Drake going for not just the cover, hook in the leg. Legacy, of course, with the quick kick out. Drake was pretty new to the sport when I used to hang out in the Carolinas, but I'd gotten to meet the young man, trained out of Fire Star Pro Wrestling, LeBron Gazzone. And this is the thing is, it's like when you look at what Jackson Drake has grown into in his 8 years in the sport, look at the deviousness, taking advantage of the 5 count, using the turnbuckle as a weapon, doing everything that Drake can do to damage the impressive Sean Legacy.
Veteran mindset, and again, using every opening. Oh, beautiful again, but you just can't count out Legacy. Just when you think he's down, he's definitely not out. Nice rush and leg sweep. Floats over cover. Does not hook the leg.
Very well done. I love the way that Drake was able to hold the arm down as well, making it very difficult for Sean Legacy to kick out. And think about the work that Legacy had to do, let alone the damage to the back.
Yeah, he's still feeling the effects on that back. Beautiful scoop slam. Wrestling 101, but just as effective as it's always been.
And now hooking the leg. Oh, 2 count only. And you know, when it comes to Jackson Drake, he's watching his former tag team partner in NXT, Javon Evans, and he's saying, you know, I want to be where Evans is. I'm going to turn those heads. I'm going to get those wins here in WWE ID. I'm going to lead to opportunities in the new WWE Evolve coming to 2B on March the 5th. Because really, that's what these guys are doing, Ron. They want the wins. They want the WWE ID Championship, but the people want Sean Legacy.
Beautiful elbow. Able to get himself out of the spot he found himself in.
Ducking the clothesline. And the, oh my God. I love it. You go for the springboard, head over heels, and Legacy with the answer.
Just lit up. In so much pain, and you can see Legacy trying to dig deep, find what it takes.
There's Legacy coming to life. Goes all the way back to 2022. Had the opportunity in a Pro Wrestling Noah tryout when Marufuji himself said, I want this kid. And there's a reason people want this young man. You can see what Legacy can physically do. He keeps getting better and better, Ron, and his legacy heading to the top.
And every time fans see him for the first time, he just impresses them. God, look at that drop kick cover. Look at a leg. 2 3/4.
And not enough to put away Jackson Drake, but look at the contortion in the body of Jackson Drake.
Come on. In all kinds of trouble, but Legacy from earlier punishment. How much does he have left, Trevin? Mustering the offense after taking so much punishment. Both these men.
That's the challenge. The eyeballs are on WWE ID. These men know, and you see Legacy trying, looking to get up there into the shambles. But very smartly, Jackson Drake not only had the answer, at least for the moment, still fighting.
I like how Drake had the presence of mind to break the hold by grabbing that rope and turn the tables, if not momentarily, but both these men with the fists and the feet.
2 things I'll tell you right now about Jackson Drake. A, looks super young, 8 years in the sport. Kid's a veteran. Look at the chin breaker, the kicks, the knees. So impressive, but so is Legacy rolling up. Could it be? No.
What a match. Any man's contest at this point. Beautiful. I love that knee.
But the other thing about Jackson is the height. And it looks like we're going to see that springboard caught, though, and there it is. The shambles. This, wait, no. Rolling out the counter, the pinfall, and a handful of tights. You're kidding me.
Not like this.
Here is your winner, the Carolina Reaper, Jackson Drake.
And Ron, I got to tell you right now, I don't like the heat's being cooked by Jackson Drake, but Drake lost to Sean Legacy back at Phoenix Wrestling Experience after being hit with the shambles. And clearly, Drake scouted the shambles, had a way to counter, but knew, I'm not going to keep this big guy down. Let me pull the tights. And at the end of the day, Ron, I hate to say it, it's wins and losses by hook or by crook. Jackson Drake just defeated the incredibly impressive Sean Legacy.
What a match, and Legacy trying to plead his case with the referee, but sorry it's too late. But what a match, Trevin. WWID sending us such incredible, listen to this.
Legacy chance to tell the story. Such an impressive athlete. Stay tuned to WWE ID on X. to keep watching these great talents and enjoying their journey.
Gentlemen, it is now time for the main event. It is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. It is for the WWN Multimedia Championship. Introducing first.
Biggest opportunity for this young man, Brian Atomic, along with Tanaily, who we saw earlier this evening here on WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. Of course, Tiny attacking Clara Change as well as Jacey Love. These two, though, been so impressive. Notice the Atomic formula. A lot of evolution in Brian Atomic. Atomic knows what winning the WWN Multimedia Championship would mean. The eyeballs on all social media of WWN would be on this young man. The prestige of the championship. Heck, Sideshow just came back from Thailand. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Of course, there's the man himself, the WWN Multimedia Champion. Returning from Thailand, a very successful tour. We saw him 1 week ago in this very building, being a part of what laid down the challenge. There was the attack, Jonathan Hudson, Devin Diaz. After Better Together was victorious, things were getting ugly, and it was Sideshow along with our FIP World Heavyweight Champion, August Artois, coming out. And that's where they laid out the challenge, started to bring it up earlier. Sideshow's made it very clear. WWN Super Show uprising March the 9th. This man right here, Sideshow, August Artois, Rich Swann, they won 3 of the Emerald Empire, but Sideshow said make one of them 6 Stevie Frick, our FIP Florida Heritage Champion. Still waiting to hear back from Simon Says. Well, let's wait no more for our main event, sending things down to Michael James.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger, standing to my right. He was accompanied by the Suplex Queen, Tanaily, from Waterbury, Connecticut, weighing in at 185 pounds, Brian Atomic. And his opponent, he hails from the psychedelic underground, weighing in at 210 pounds. He is the reigning and defending WWN World Multimedia Champion, the 8th Deadly Sin, Sideshow.
As usual, great reaction for Sideshow. And I'm going to give a shout out to our sponsor, Zone Fitness. Of course, Sideshow coming back, like I mentioned, from Thailand. Quite a trip over there and had many adult beverages, as you know, Sideshow. Can do those when he put them away when he wants to. As well as a lot of great food. But here's the thing. Sideshow came back, went right back to the gym. And that's really what Zone Fitness is all about. You've got the best equipment. You've got a great atmosphere, and that's the thing, is you've got professionals there to answer your questions. And Ron, if there's anything I've ever noticed when it comes to fitness, is the burden of entry, the confusion. Hey, what do I do? How do I get started? You see these people that look like Greek gods on magazines. You go, how do I even get into this? And whether you're in the greater Tampa area, over down in the town center, Carrollwood area, or in Newport Richey, 2 great locations. But let me not talk over this right now. Oh! No sign of respect back from Atomic.
Sideshow offering his hand.
Well, it shows the kind of man that Sideshow is, and that's what I was getting at. It was the dedication, getting right back to the gym. That's why I went for the shout out to Zone Fitness, but then got to throw it over to Brian Atomic, and I haven't had a chance to call an Atomic match with you in a while, Ryan. Atomic's been spending a lot of time hanging out with Low Key, and you know Low Key well, and man, if there's a guy with a killer instinct, almost to a fault, it's Low Key. But you can see that it's rubbed off on Brian Atomic. Atomic just keeps getting better and better, and it may not be showing right now. I think Atomic may have found himself in trouble.
That might be it.
It really might be. No.
And now that you mentioned the training under the tutelage of Loki, I see the way he's using his feet and the precision and honestly the style of the kick, very Loki-esque, if you will. And that's not good if you're somebody like Sideshow finding themselves, I was going to say on the other end of those kicks, but just Sideshow unloaded with a vicious chop. And I got to tell you, Trevin, you know, me and Sideshow go back, I mean, literally forever, over, 25 years now. To see him touring internationally and to be doing what he's doing overseas, I could not be more proud. But to have him back, I'm a little bit selfish. I want him here in Florida with us.
Sideshow made that WWN Multimedia Championship a legit world championship, and that just makes Brian Atomic that much more hungry. Atomic, another guy 5 years in the sport, hooks the leg. And that's the thing when it comes to Atomic. Again, to us, young men, up-and-comer, but 5 years in the sport, getting better and better, killing it here in WWN, in the establishment, was even cruiserweight champion once in ACW. And when it comes to Atomic, what the training in Muay Thai, the hanging out with Low-Key, I'm telling you, if you don't expect this match to be competitive, I know that Sideshow was able to get the one-up on the whippersnapper earlier. You like that word? I think Atomic really could get that upset here tonight. There's a reason this is our main event.
He has nothing to lose. The guy comes in here, again, everything to gain and nothing to lose.
And not distracted by the Emerald Empire. You saw earlier Sideshow having to run off that heinous attack on Richport Ayala from the Emerald Empire. Sideshow's mind might be other places. Pin. Official Jay Taylor, eyes on the prize there, and you can see Atomic taking exception, but the reality is the official doing his job well, and there's the strikes. Remember I mentioned Muay Thai?
Going to work on the veteran Sideshow, and you talked about the Emerald Empire. I mean, I find myself a little bit more concerned with the fact that Simon's not in the book and able to send a message as strong as he has tonight.
Oh, Simon says has eyes everywhere, has the ability to communicate anywhere. You got to keep an eye out. We've been surprised before when it comes to people we didn't think were here appearing. Who the heck knows? But now our champion getting out of the way. Gamagiri rocking the challenger, Brian Atomic. And there's Tiny Tanaily holding onto the foot of the champion. How many times have we seen Tiny Tanaily help Brian Atomic? Heck, just 1 week ago, Atomic defeating Xander Maddox, and you know Tanaily was a part of that.
Starting to get that uneasy feeling when there seems to be an upset hanging in the air that you let someone like Brian Atomic hang around and have the advantage this late in the match. Hold on a second.
Yeah, the referee distracted, a running headbutt inside of the ring. Atomic saying, oh, my ankle, oh. And outside of the ring, Tanaily, not only that run right there, but Damien Gemini cheering her on.
Yeah, Gemini and his buddies have just been an unwelcome disruption the entire night. Suspended, but we can't prevent him from buying a ticket.
Unfortunately, they bought the front row, and they're flying in with the kick. And that spinning heel kick, are we looking at a new champion? The bridge, could it be? No.
Sideshow, this late in his career, he seems to be peaking, if that makes sense. You would think that would have happened 10, 12 years ago, but this guy's at the top of the game.
And not deny, Sideshow, about 30 years in the sport, no exaggeration, started incredibly young. Regardless, though, you could see the cravat here well executed by Brian Atomic. Tiny Tanaily still a distraction outside of the ring, and the people are trying to get behind Sideshow.
The Sideshow started for me, and I believe it was the end of '98 or beginning of '99, and he had already been around a while, and he was a very small cruiserweight. So to see him at this size is just always mind-boggling to me, but he runs right into an elbow. Or was he just setting the trap, Trevin?
Yeah, trademark Sideshow offense. He'll catch you in the ropes. There's the knees. And Atomic stopped for now, but you can see the effects of the matchup on our champion Sideshow.
Yeah, and Sideshow has had any jet lag. He hasn't shown any signs of it. This guy becoming a globe-trotting superstar, taking his title to Thailand and defending it. It was so cool seeing him posting pictures all over social media, and he made the most of that trip and really did an honor. WWN was well represented, let's be honest.
Yeah, between Sideshow and FIP World Heavyweight Champion Auguste Artois. Like I mentioned earlier, these two, the strike exchange, regardless of the outcome of this match, the challenge is still out there. Sideshow, the FIP World Heavyweight Champion Auguste Artois, Rich Swann, Mr. All Night Long, and a former FIP World Heavyweight Champion. They want the Emerald Empire. Well, Simon says respond. We're gonna find out soon. You stay tuned to WWNlive.com and all our social media, but is it the beginning of the end? No! Well done by Atomic, stopping the onslaught of our WWN social media champion. Should I say multimedia champion? There we go, I'll get it out.
The champ is on fire.
It could be it. No! Just when I thought that was it, Sideshow cannot put away this young man.
And Atomic has clearly done his homework, but he's in there with a determined champion. Man who seems fresh as a daisy in there. Here in Clearwater, where I don't care what time of year it is, the humidity.
Oh, it's always nasty here.
Here we go, Trevin.
Yeah, Sideshow we've seen put a lot of men away with ill intent. Oh, but well done into the octopus. A hell of a counter here.
I have never seen this counter.
But I tell you, the kind of people I would see it from were guys like Zack Sabre Jr. Hate to play the name drop game, but you've seen him here on WWN before. But Sideshow muscling his way out. And by the way, that was a huge compliment to Atomic. Oh, spinning heel kick again. Is it going to be a knockout to Sideshow?
The element of surprise on the favorite of the challenger. And right now, the opportunity is now young. The referee checking on both individuals as their bells have been rung several times in this match.
Such a critical moment for both athletes. And can Sideshow hold on? And does. There we go. That is it. South of heaven, putting away Brian Atomic. Brian Atomic, such a great showing here tonight. No, not again.
Come on now.
This is getting out of control.
Once was enough, Trevin.
The hell are we gonna do here? Again, Emerald Empire's out. We had a great main event, Ron, before we could even let the dust settle. It's an attack again from the Emerald Empire. We saw what they did to Richport Ayala, and they're trying to do it to Sideshow. And now here's EC Brownie, here's John Strange.
The numbers have evened up.
And of course you saw Brownie earlier in a hell of a showing against Brock, and
just clotheslines Brock right over the top rope into the floor. The Emerald Empire heading for higher ground.
John Strange, long history with Stevie Frick as well. They were former tag team partners. But at the end of the day, Sideshow, thanks to some new buddies, able to stand tall and stop the Emerald Empire for now, Ron. But
hey, how about that alliance? EC Brownie, John Strange, and Sideshow.
A lot to unpack before we get to the WWN Super Show Uprising. Any party thoughts here, Ron?
Man, what an awesome night. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to come over here on a Monday night. Hey, fans, if you haven't been here to one of these big shows, Come out. We need your support. The talent is amazing. You're going to get your money's worth, and you're going to be happy that you came.
This is WWN Proving Ground Monday Night Mayhem. Every Monday night here at the OCC Road House at 7 p.m. Eastern. For Michael James and Ron Niemi, I'm Trevin Adams. Thank you so much for joining us. WWNLive.com for all things World Wrestling Network.
WWN Empire, Diaz, Hudson, Frick, Rourke, none of you. We'll see you soon, buddy boy.
Hey, brother, man. Hey, I just want to thank you so much for the save out there, man.
No dramas, mate. No dramas.
They had me hung out to dry, man.
Yeah.
You saved my ass, man. I really appreciate it.
I wasn't going to stand by and let those guys do that. No. Where I come from, that doesn't fly.
You know,
so I had to hit the ring.
I feel like we got a common enemy out there, and I know you're not done getting a piece of Brian Brock, and by no means am I done getting a piece of Stevie Frick. So how about next week right here at Proving Ground, you and me tag up and we take on Stevie Frick and Brian Brock. It'll be like the psychedelic Down Underground.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'll see you next week, brother. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, bro.
Put that down.
How are you
doing?
People off, man.
Put it down and you're gonna buy it.
I'm not buying
supposed
anything.
to be here.
Listen, look. Just because we're suspended indefinitely also means we're not on the Super Show.
On March 9th?
No, we're not.
We're at an uprising?
We're not there.
Gentlemen, actually, I have some breaking news. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for buying a ticket here tonight.
Yeah, of course.
So you mentioned the WWN Super Show uprising on March the 9th, and yes, you were going to be suspended indefinitely because our WWN commissioner said, you're three little punks, and you really should be. However, you can thank your papa. Because Big Dog, yes, your dad. Because Rafael Gonzalez, he looked at Rick Thames and he said, Commish, I want these guys. I want Lemuria, and I know two other guys that want Lemuria, and they happen to be the WWN Proving Ground Tag Team Champions, Vice and Violence. So it's been signed, so good news. You are going to be at the WWN Super Show uprising on March the 9th.
Really?
But you're going to have to face in a six-man Vice and Violence. You're going to face your father, Big Dog.
My dad. You gotta be
I wish you guys good luck.
You gotta be kidding me, Trevin.
I'm getting out here.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just you and a PhD.
We'll be there.
Relax.
We'll be there.
That's what you get.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.